Welcome to the Z Truth Podcast, where we have transparent, real, and thought-provoking conversations. Your host is Zakira Casado, the author of 15 social media secrets that pay. So let's get real, get honest, and get started.
Hello, welcome back with another episode of Z Truth. I'm Zakira Casado, your host, and our guest host.
I am Jamie here, your favorite PI from the Slueth podcast.
And we are here to talk more about transparent, real, unbiased, thought-provoking, and holistic topics. I know that sounds like a lot, but we like to talk, y'all.
I know.
And we like to talk about the truth. It's so funny. We got the PI here.
Yes.
Because if you don't tell the truth, honey, she gonna find out.
We got to figure it out. That's how we make good decisions, is knowing what's real and what's not. Absolutely.
So I'm excited because, first of all, our last episode, thanks everybody for supporting. We got so many great responses. Especially the one that got the most responses was with our favorite neighborhood PI. We got kind of cakey in that one, but I hope you guys watch it. If you didn't, please take a moment to pause and subscribe on all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram now. You can actually watch the video, and also on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You can also listen to it there. Yeah. So let's get into it. The topic today is called collaborations equal coins.
Yes.
And we were talking about this, last week or 2-3 weeks ago, about how we really feel people today might underestimate the power of collaboration.
Right.
But I really feel like it just takes you to another level. And if I'm being transparent,
absolutely.
I think social media is a really awesome way of really showing how that can be.
Yeah, and social media is free.
Yes.
As much as you can put into it, you can get out of it. And so collaboration really is, like you said, the next level. Working with somebody that doesn't have the same skill set as you and working together on a project, I mean, that equals coins. So that's where we're trying to be.
And people compliment each other. And one of the things I'll never forget, Jay-Z said it. I was watching an interview with Jay-Z. He was talking about how it's nothing more magical and beautiful when two people, let's say you're great at this and this person's great at that, and then you bring it together and it becomes magic.
Right.
Like,
was it a thing? Because it goes back to what you kind of still do now. It's like you're very good at working with other big artists, but still maintaining your own light. Why do you think you have that ability? Because even like with the R. Kelly thing, when that one left, you turned it into Jay-Z and Friends, and you've learned how to share the stage with a Justin and still not lose your light.
Yeah, for the most part, for me, first of all, I don't have an ego in those situations. Everybody should just come to the table and have fun and bring what they bring to the table, and 1 and 1 is 3, and if I'm not a Jay-Z fan per se, I get the experience in a setting that I like. I get Justin and oh, okay, and it's expansive. It's really helps the genre out a lot. When you put it in that place and put it in that light, and I'm a serial collaborator. I really like putting putting those sort of elements in one room and just seeing what I'm curious as well, and I've always been I know I said it 100,000 times. People probably tired of hearing me saying it. That I've always been under the belief that it's just music. We just use different instruments. Because music, it doesn't feel, it's natural for me to play music with Justin.
even like some people professionally, I'm just not the detailed person. I'm just not. Are you detailed?
Yeah.
See, I'm not detailed. Details make me run. Ooh. And so when I have somebody, a more detailed person is going to compliment a person who might just be the idea person, where it's I have this idea. Right. Let's do this. It's wait,
let's do A,
B, and
C.
Let's go down this list. Let's get this done this way. And, sometimes that doesn't happen when you're collabing. But that's something to be really mindful that not looking at anyone in a comparison type vibe, because it's more so whatever your God-given thing is, that's what's going to really enhance the collaboration.
Right. But the biggest piece of collaboration is making sure that you are strong enough as an individual and what your gift is that you can actually work with somebody to make this grand thing.
Right.
Because if you can't work together, or you're taking things personally, or criticism comes up and
I'm thinking about somebody right now. So let me stop.
then it's like, you're making life difficult, and this collaboration thing is not as exciting and fulfilling as it should be.
Absolutely. So, and that's important, because once it stopped becoming fulfilling,
why are we here?
Right.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Right.
Then I'm sad.
I don't want to leave. That's the opposite song. That means he doesn't want to leave.
Oh, I was thinking, I don't want to
be here. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't want to be here. Oh. Yeah, and it has to be harmonious. And that's how you know it's a meant to be collab. Right. And then you also got to understand, I feel like we said collab like a lot today.
Well, look, that is the word of the month.
That's the word of the month.
Yes.
And you know some clues?
People are scared of collaboration.
Why do you think that, though?
I get, they want to either have all, I don't know. I feel like it's an ego thing.
It is, because what I read once, and I can't remember where, but I remember reading that people who focus on the credit will usually cause issues in any kind of merge of anything. Now, don't get me wrong. Now this I had this happen to me. This is my transparent moment right now. So I had this happen to me before, and I don't care about credit. I don't. But I do care about if you give credit to someone that actually isn't doing it.
Right.
Because I remember I was working with a church. I won't call no names. But I remember the church at the time never had like a Christmas,
pageant or
show, right? And
sermon.
Where you talk about when Jesus was born underneath the manger, all that stuff. Nobody was doing that. So don't get me wrong. They added someone to it. It was originally my idea because I was working with the kids, and they added an individual to the process or the program, and he definitely added the part of where you have to be very specific about the scripture and all that stuff. But as far as the songs we were singing and all of that was actually myself and
the creation
right
of it, right?
So
the visual.
Then the leader of the church gets in front. We never had that many people at the church ever, and I'm not bragging. I'm just telling the story because this is where it's like, yeah, I don't care about credit, but you ain't gonna sit here and think I'm working. It just didn't make sense. And tell me if I'm wrong. So we never had that many people at the church. It was packed because the kids told the parents, and the parents told all their friends, and was like, my baby's inside of the Christmas play. So this place is packed. Right. It is packed. And then he gets up in front of the room and says, we want to give a shout out to blank, blank, blank for putting this together. He puts his heart out for the kids. Now that would have been fine. And then if he would have said, and also blank, 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 I don't think I would have had a problem with that.
Right.
But it rubbed me the wrong way. He never mentioned my name. And the reason why I used to do it, because shout out to one of my dear friends, Lucy Draghi. She used to do that to us.
Hey, Lucy.
Yeah, from Young Lives. She used to pick up everybody, and we were bad. I wasn't really bad, but this was not the nicest bunch of kids.
Right.
These are kids that really need to be here, right? No offense. And so, yeah, I'm just being real. She picking these kids up like from the hood and all this stuff, and we reaching out trying to find more girls.
Though, right?
Yes, it wasn't a blessing. It changed my life. That's how I started journaling, because of her. Okay. So I remember that, and so it was easy for me to do it because I knew how much it helped me. But then it was like, oh, you gotta have a person in the car with you now, and then they didn't want me in it for some reason, and I forget why. And they had just the person that got the credit for that event, and the kids' parents didn't receive him because, first of all, you don't look like us, And so anyway, I don't know if that was wrong for me to care that I wasn't getting the credit at all. But I really do feel like that's wrong to give someone's flowers to not everyone involved. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
I just was venting. God damn it, you should have said my name. Okay.
And Zakira.
And Zakira also. Okay. Those
You
sweat
should be
and
like,
tears. Excuse me, hey, you
left me
forgot.
out.
Yeah, you left me out. You kind of forgot me. And so I just started to gradually just let it go. And eventually I stopped doing it.
I think people are so into what they have going on that they don't even recognize. And our world is so where we pick favorites, and you know, they may want to see that person win and not see you win.
Right, and then they
And
didn't
so-
look like
and-
me.
and
They
so-
both didn't look like us.
Look, and so what they didn't do is they start this like cliquey type behavior.
Yes,
And you end up on the outside.
yes.
And next thing you know, energy is weird. I don't know if I really need to be here. I don't know if you want me to be here. And then you like, what they call it, silent quitting.
Yes. Well, no, I quit. I ain't silently quit. I sent an email.
Like I'm writing a letter.
I'm writing some letter. What's that song? We ain't doing this no longer, baby. And we're gonna get a pause for our sponsors. Shout out to
James
from Make Games Not Excuses. I was there Monday and I almost died. And
Good job. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you.
thanks.
You've done a good job. I've been watching.
Thanks.
I've been looking now.
He don't record all the time. But you
No,
know,
but just from like where you were and then with the surgery
Oh.
and getting back right. I mean, I think you did
why is
right.
that? But anyway, that's my transparent moment. I felt like I should have got some credit for that. I could be wrong.
No, you should have gotten credit, but I just feel like sometimes when you know that people just don't get you, and sometimes they don't deserve to have you around anyway.
Yeah,
So
that's a good way to look at it. Because even if that is true.
there's the test. We should both take it and be ready for the next.
What is it
one.
called?
Myers-Briggs. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think that's
The girls. Shout out to Candy Cane.
Candy
She's always
Cane.
having me take a test, and she says I can't remember what she
Myers
says.
Briggs.
But I think Briggs.
Briggs. I feel like that's it.
Like a personality.
The
test.
personality Briggs
Yeah,
test.
yeah.
No. I did one. I don't know if Briggs just told me my.
Myers-Briggs, yeah.
It told me
self-awareness. What is self-awareness starts here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start there. I'm gonna try it. But I think the one that I took with them just told me what profession they thought I would be good at.
That stuff is always wrong. Nobody ever has a PI.
What, at you?
No.
But maybe other
As a
stuff that.
profession thing, they never have anything like that. It's always like, I don't know.
Right.
Those never work for me. I think I'm all over the place sometimes. I don't know if I might be like, might be here the next time. You just never. So it's like, which day are you gonna get today?
Right. So another thing,
Is that Pisces?
yeah, we're like, we swim we flow, you know.
Right.
And hopefully you got the fish that ain't crazy. Not to say it's crazy, but I think it ignites the crazy. Things ignite.
There's a little bit. It's all about controlling the environment around you. It's all about the people you're with, the time you spend doing. You know, how are you feeding your brain? Or
That
do you
is
have
so true.
You have a faith that you have something that gives you a central place to start. You know, because if you don't know what's wrong, and a lot of people out here just ignorant to like life. I mean, I don't understand, but
I agree, because I remember I saw a video where a girl was smoking and she was blowing the smoke in the baby face and he would blow it out. And so you know that this person can't possibly think that that's correct, because why would you show that? Why would you record it? Or even like that teacher.
but I don't. But it's not that they don't think it's correct. It's like they don't think there's anything wrong.
That's what I'm
with it.
saying. Like, they don't know that this isn't something you should record or that you should be doing because you recorded it and
But
you
we're so
put
far,
it.
We're so far away from that, because why did we? I mean, who does that?
I don't know. I don't know why you would smoke. And the only time I've ever blown or could see someone blowing anything at anything is if it was like a no. Right, like a baby though. If you get high, why would you do that to a baby and then record it? Is what I'm saying. Like,
Because they don't think there's anything wrong with getting high. I
but
don't think there's anything wrong with getting high. I don't think it's anything wrong with children smoking weed.
But
probably
this baby
were
was
smoking.
3.
But how old was she?
She was young. You could tell she
But
was.
she
I don't know how
probably
old she
smoking
was.
since she could remember.
But not 3. 3 years old.
But it keeps spiraling worse and worse. The next generation is worse.
I wonder if she meant to make her, like, she didn't think she would lose her child, because I think she ended up losing her baby.
She should have.
Yeah, I don't know. I do agree that people are kind of far off. And I think that's one of the things that we could talk about in regards to the topic, that you really do have to work on self. One of the things you said, whatever you putting in, garbage out.
Right.
Like, how you start your mornings, and I know you probably people heard this 1,000 times, how you start off your day is usually how it's going to go, you know. And if you keep only going with the flow of things, because the reality is we know how to do our jobs, but that's not necessarily always elevating us. But
Right.
are we reading how to do our jobs better?
Right.
You
You
know,
always should be learning.
Right. Is there a better way to do this podcast? Is there a better way to do anything? And so if you're never...
No.
Well, I just got some news that one of our listeners don't like the damn intro. I want to know if y'all like it. Do y'all like that man? That man's name is Billy.
Or does he sound weird?
Does he sound weird? Be honest. Please be honest with us. I'm going to make sure that we do this piece here. I want to know in the comments.
Honestly, it's the best policy.
The truth!
Our feelings will not be hurt.
It won't be hurt, I promise you, because I was battling between somebody else or myself, or before it was me and our other co-host.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think you could do a great job. It sounds like it's getting ready to be something that it's not. I'm like, yo, this is Zakira Casado. I was like, it's true crime.
I might have been being lazy too, because all I had to do was send some coins and I get the thing, versus me actually sitting there and, you know, it takes a few times to record stuff. You got to come up, but it's not that bad. It really isn't. I could have been being lazy, but I really did
I just think it could be reevaluated.
Okay, so we got two votes for
No.
a different voice, preferably mine. I think I also didn't have a voice that week. Did I not have a voice that week?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
You weren't feeling well. You were like, we're going to have an intro. Somebody is going
Billy
to
Bob, come on in and bring Kid Rock with you.
I can do it. I did a voiceover on a real estate commercial.
Okay,
That
yeah.
was cute.
Okay, yeah.
I'd say,
Jamie, join Jamie.
join Jamie. So this is my new venture.
Okay, let's hear it.
It is like networking with the punch, right? So we do a lot of network.
I'm sorry, I had to do that. You know I had to punch. You know I had to be like, ow.
So we do a lot of networking events with my company, Blackman Detective Services. We pretty much are a referral only company.
Yeah.
Don't pay for a lot of like Google ads and stuff like that. So it's really important to like make good connections with people. And so I have tried to find an exciting and a visual creative way to like share the people that I know, the referrals that I have, you know, introduce people. And so you'll see hashtag join Jamie or @joinjamie_ on Instagram, and just like follow there for all the fun things that I'll be doing. So definitely slow rolling.
But
I'm
let
here.
me pause her before she says anything else. That slow motion is better than no motion. Go ahead.
It is. But you know, just learning about the social media field, I have always like kind of tried to stay away from it because I was always in the field doing PI work. And so you don't need to be, you know.
Well, I'm going to send her a copy of my book, 15 Social Media Secrets
I
That
need it.
Pay.
I need it.
She's getting that for free
That'd be
because
wonderful.
she is amazing.
Yeah, show girl, put me
I
on.
will.
don't know.
I'm listening to you tonight.
I had to shout out to Roger. I had to
I love Roger. He
Food
told
Trap
me
guy.
I'm his favorite influencer on one of my videos. Lies. It's like, I love you, stop. I love it. I love him and Brianna. They just have such a beautiful family. And I saw when Raleigh Food Trap was only a few hundred. I watched it go to 1,000, 10,000, 15,000, 30,000. I think they're about 180,000.
We're riding in cyber trucks.
Right,
Is
yes.
that what it's called?
The Tesla truck.
thing.
I think it's a cyber truck. I
Yeah.
really don't like that truck. I think the inside is cute. The outside just makes me feel like we're really about to go into.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be in a Jetson soon.
The Jetsons were cool, though.
Now, the Tesla is badass.
I don't really like that.
I like it. I like well, let me just tell you the one.
Cadillac is the best electric vehicle.
Well, the
That-
thing that I like about the Tesla, honestly, is the handles. I just love that they're in and then they pop out. It's just the little things. I just love that.
Okay.
You don't like it?
So
So my favorite car, I have two favorite cars. One of my car, and I'm going to get both of these cars, but the Jaguar XF, I've always been in love with that.
I always love the Jag.
You do?
I did, yeah. I know.
I was actually going to buy one earlier this year, and then it wasn't the wisest decision with what I have to do. And then I was nervous because it had a diesel engine.
Ooh.
Yeah, and when I did the math, it's about the same, but it was kind of too much. My heart, I don't know, like something just said, nah.
That was too much.
Yeah, it was they only wanted they wanted peanuts for it. So I'm like,
There's
nah,
a
I'm going to
reason.
buy this. And then it was as is. That's what made me say no.
Oh, no.
As
With no diesel engine?
with
You
a
think I
diesel
would've doing
engine
it?
as is, and it was, and I drove it around like 3 times. I was like, man, this thing is purring just like the cat I thought it would. The button, it's like you a Thundercats fan?
No, but I know who
You
they
know
are.
Thundercats though, so
I
you know
they
that
are.
symbol. So when
Yeah.
you press it, that's gonna be like, meow, just like, and then there's a light. So it's kind of like, I mean, not a light like
Yeah.
on Thundercats,
Yeah.
but the
Like
light makes you
illuminated.
immediately think like, you know, I like to wear leopard. So it's like,
This is
my car. But that deal just didn't seem wise. So in my heart, like, sometimes it's not always right, but I was like, nah, my spirit was like, nah, that's not the right deal. But anyway, Jaguar and then the Maserati.
Okay.
I've had this vision of me being in this pink Maserati with red seats. And I don't know why the red and the pink. I have no clue. But damn it, everybody gonna think I'm probably a Mary Kay, but that's okay. Because you know they got the pink Cadillacs.
Right. They're going to be like, when did Mary Kay start doing the Maserati?
It's,
Okay.
see, I love that about them though, because when you see a pink Cadillac, you
You
know
know.
it is Mary Kay.
They have to sell like $3 million a year.
Yeah,
I mean,
is it
something-
that much? It is a lot. It's a
something
lot, but
crazy.
it's something crazy.
Shout out to my Mary Kay lady.
Oh yeah, you have
Marcella
one.
Stewart. Yes.
You have one.
Oh, I love her. That
So
lady
I-
will get you some product overnight.
Oh, see, that is good.
I mean,
See, I've been using. I tried Fendi this last time. They're okay. I just don't like the feeling a little bit. It's not heavy though, and it's not bad.
the
I just
makeup or the skincare?
foundation, not the skincare.
Okay.
And then I tried several times. I'm at Maquillage.
Oh, El Maquillage.
At Maquillage.
Yeah.
I actually like them. They're my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. They usually match me pretty good, but the only thing I don't like about them is that my skin dramatically changes in the winter and the
Touche.
summer. Yeah. So sometimes I get the number mixed up, but you can do the whole test over
Oh.
each time, but then it's like, I don't know what I damn look like today. You know, so
Yeah.
that's the only thing is,
Well, I love Mary Kay. We should do a Mary Kay party.
yeah, I wouldn't mind doing
We
it.
could
I've
do
done
it here
several.
At the office.
I've done several of them.
Okay. We
Not
haven't
like
met
me
Marcella.
doing it. I just have
You haven't
the
met
person
Marcella.
come.
Do you,
You
have
know
a
what
Mary
they-
Kay lady?
I don't know. I forgot her name.
Then you
She
don't.
don't have. Yeah. The last lady I had was in Jersey, and then I had one lady here for a little bit, but I don't know why I stopped using her price. I actually like the time wise kit.
Girl.
That actually worked well with my skin.
I've had
Yes.
this makeup on all day.
Oh, okay.
And she's still together.
And I do have 2 lip balms I actually love of theirs.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you hooked up. Marcella, we're on the way. All right.
Real here. We're gonna get into the real. But I wanted to, before we do, I want to definitely focus on the fact that you got to be okay and want people, like how you're saying Marcella's name, like that's part of it. So I remember I used to have a friend. This is crazy, and this is going into and one of the things about being real about if collaborations are toxic or not. In relationships and friendships and business.
All of it.
All of it. Because I will never forget when she used to tell us, y'all don't tell them where we got our hair done. Because it's this lady and this is no offense to her. I hope she don't get offended if she watches, but I really don't care at this point. This is for help the people, damn it. This is to help the culture. But there's this lady in New Jersey, and I promise you, this is not an exaggeration. Anybody who watches that's from New Jersey, if I say to you, she got a Flo K, they know what that means. That means she went to Flo K. Flo K's braids are just... She just does a good job. It's not that... It's definitely hood. It's in Irvington, right? She will have you like, it's not like you would think I don't know if she might have got an upgrade these days, but you would think she will upgrade, but they're like, I ain't making money tonight. So it's not a hole in the wall, but it's kind of like when you walk in, if you have heard of her as popular as she is, you would be like, girl, this is Flo K. Okay. I trust you though. And I promise after you leave, you're going to be like, girl, but I might go and get a Flo K. I might go up there. Take this out, go up and see my family and get me a Flo K. That's how good she does. Anyway, but she used to say to us as kids, we were teenagers, and I never understood this even as a teenager. Don't tell them, like when people ask us where we got our hair done, don't be telling them that we got it from Flo K, because then everybody gonna go and get the same hairstyle, and now they know where we got ours at. And I just was like, I didn't understand why she said that in that moment. But I think that's so crazy. Because even if you do... Okay, I want to hear your thoughts.
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think it depends on... I think some people pride their product truly more than they want the money for it.
Yeah, meaning like you want people to tell?
Yeah, like, why would you not want somebody to advertise for you?
Right. Well, no, it's not her doing it.
What you mean?
So that's like me and you right now. We go get our hair done.
Yeah.
All right. They like, dang, we looking cute, whatever. And then you say to me, or I say to you, girl. But when we get back home, they ask, don't tell them where we got our hair done, because I don't want them knowing where we got our hair done.
But why not?
Right.
That's what I'm doing.
So, but I didn't have the courage then to even ask why not, because she was the more dominant friend or the more dominant personality. Yeah. We just thought she knew what she was talking about. And then when I look back on it, I did think that doesn't make sense. But then when you get into business, you have to want to do that for people, because what you put out, you're going to get back.
Right. I mean, and it's all, and I don't know.
So you've never experienced a person like that? I've experienced a lot that think like that. Especially back home where I'm from. It's kind of like, oh, so let me tell you, oh my God, I forgot about this. Sorry, you got a story?
No.
Let me tell you.
I don't know.
So I used to be in this company where recruiting, just like we talked about Mary Kay, you got to recruit or you got to sell product, network marketing.
Okay.
And so I was introduced to the business, right? I was working at Home Depot. And I went ignorance on fire. I was recruiting every damn body. I was like, man, y'all got to get on this. We making money, blah, blah, blah. I was a networker. Right. And so, but they used to call me, people like me, ignorance on fire, meaning I didn't really know what I was doing, but I knew that I made it sound so exciting that you would talk to this lady and she would close you. Right. Whatever. And then I knew I got paid. Right. So I was ignorance on fire. And so this girl at my job, I invited her to the house. I had maybe 15 girls there. We used to do they call it KTs, kitchen house appointments, or kitchen table appointments, KTs. Okay. And so long story short, we're in there, and the girl, so mind you, I brought her there. So anybody you invite that comes, that's your recruit. Right. Now let's say, okay, let's do it this way. Jamie invited me, I invited Killa, but Jamie invited Killa 6 months prior. Right. But if I recruit her, Jamie gonna get a benefit anyway. Right. Because it's all under the same umbrella. But this girl refused to be under me. And I'm the one who got her there. I didn't care. I just beat her out every time. No offense, boo, but you know I did. I went straight to nationals. You got to RSD, and that was it. So you should have been, if you wasn't
under the umbrella.
Right. Even if you wasn't, it didn't stop nothing. Anyway. I just had to say that.
So maybe because you've worked in this field, you've probably dealt with stuff like that. But I've kind of always been a loner when it comes to probably my work and stuff. So I've not really been affected.
Yeah, I had that. I've had that.
People in there. Whatever.
Yeah,
if you don't want to join Jamie, you go out there on your own and you just do your own thing.
Right. But I'm serious, like, I don't know why she thought that way. I don't even know why my friend thought that way. And that wasn't nothing against me, or I don't even...
something that a lot of times we don't even know why people do the things that they do. Like, in their mind, they might be PMSing that day, and they done went left. True. And now they're like, because I'm good for doing something and be like, oh,
did I do that?
I didn't even...
The Urkel.
Like, did I do that? Like, if I cut up real quick, I didn't even mean to. I'm so sorry. But again, accountability, we talked about it last time. When you mess up, you have to own it. And that's another part of collaborating. You're not always going to be perfect. Right?
No.
You want to, people are going to mess up. People are going to not make the best choices. But really, there needs to be like a planning period, a meeting of the minds, right? Because what I learned in my recent little venture is, even though I was excited about the project, there was not enough explaining on what to expect or like how I was going to move. And I think that because we didn't have that communication, the situation happened and both of us were like... And we both bitch, I don't want to know what you know. You know what I'm saying? It was like...
And sometimes that's why conversations is important, because conversations cure. Because when you don't have the conversations and you have that void, now you got room for... That's where your trauma and stuff come.
Right.
And now you think it is, and now you triggered that, and now you assuming this, and now you think it's that, and now it's like, well, why she doing this? What you mean? And it is important to, I think, consistently... keep kind of talking about the vision.
Check in. Make sure we're all still on the same page.
In the same book.
Right. Make sure that, we're still moving forward in the collaboration.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? I literally had, even the inception of the last podcast, it was kind of like, I think that kind of happened with one of the co-hosts, and I don't know why, but I think a lot of things that we kind of forget. One thing you can't be is insecure. You got to be very confident in collaborating. You got to understand that well, that's thought provoking. But I'll just say the question. Mm-hmm. And that's, do you think, you meaning watchers and you and me, do you think that you can literally be successful alone, like
no,
by yourself? And don't get me wrong, like there's traders and there's people who do like day trading and stuff, but at the same time you still need the computer, you still need to be able to see what you're doing, you still gotta, it's never just
gotta
you
manage the money. I mean, you might be good at making the money, but are you good at keeping the money?
I think I'm about to get some money in my hand.
I would say, give me some.
Yeah, I don't know. Just start itching.
But I mean, you should want to have, like, one thing I like about BNI, and that's the Business Networking International, is they talk about having your, what is it called? Basically, it's like your top 10 referrals. Mm-hmm. So, like, as a private investigator, who do I need? One, I need a car company in case I gotta swap out vehicles because, one vehicle's been seen too much. Okay, I need a tow truck company. I have one, shout out Capital Auto Running.
Yeah, they've been clocking me.
Right. I
need something totally different.
Look, I still want to work it, but right. I can't use my car no more.
So I'm gonna need you to swap that out for me.
Right.
That's so
I can
funny.
Get the back of any vehicle. But I need an accountant. I need to make sure that my bookkeeper is right. I gotta make, and when I'm talking to people and consulting with people, I don't have time to worry about if payroll got done or not.
Yeah.
You have to, and without the team, I can't do things like this. I can't because I'm always gonna have to be 100% into the business.
Right.
And so eventually that takes away from quality of life, takes away from being able to have relationships, have just normal, occurrences with people because you're never in place.
No.
So.
And what I find too is that whenever I'm more,
Sorry, that was my real moment.
That was your real?
Yes.
Did I cut you off?
No, I was just feeling deep there for a second. I felt like I
But it's true because when you're a one-man show, you can get drained fast. Like you said, you're not getting sleep, and then you got to think of everything. And like, I never thought this part of PI means this. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like when my sister been off a week and a half, and I'm like, where is she at? Personal stuff, I get it, but it's kind of like, girl, I forget. And I did it for a long time, my childcare business by myself. But I was also at the time in my early 20s, or mid 20s. I had a lot more energy than now, where it's like my brain be wanting to do this and I can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then even your body, I be wanting to do this and you can't.
Girl,
I
need 7 hours.
Huh?
I need 7 hours.
Girl,
if I get if it just goes down and down, eventually I'm going to be comatose.
Yeah, and it's not, it's definitely just not something I think that's feasible. And even, you always talk about Jesus. He didn't even do it alone. He needed 12 people. You know what I'm saying?
With the help of God.
Well, yeah, that's still more than one.
God. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you,
Yes,
in the wilderness experience, there's a team. There's more than one, is what I'm saying. Like, no one, and I think if we remember,
job, right? Everybody has their gift that they're bringing to the table. Everybody's collaborating together
and
create one project.
And then this is one thing I want to talk about with regards to collaborating. And since we already on the thoughts, and years ago, I don't know if it was a book or a speech or whatever, but I think one of the biggest mistakes with collaborations is or one of the things that we could make it a mistake is, you look at the people who actually write out, let's think of it like a car. You build a car. Mm-hmm. So somebody writes out the design, then somebody puts it together, then somebody tests it, then somebody sells it, but somebody has to market it too.
Right.
Somebody got to get the people in, but each person is, like you just said,
responsible.
Everybody has a job. That's like even with football. Football is a great example because
if that line doesn't do what they're supposed to do,
the whole play is over. Girl, let me tell you, I be having anxiety sometimes, but not like bad anxiety, but I don't even be realizing as a center. Sometimes, in playoffs, I think I had 3 bad snaps and things went, what's his name, yelled, "You're throwing, you snapped it to Mars!" I think he said it to the other center. You snapped it to Mars, because when you snap it sometimes, you don't realize it, but that jump was took us back about 5-10 yards.
Right.
So but when we finally got meshed, it was like, damn, they doing their thing. Goddamn, the line blocking, the center snapping, the quarterback moving in the pocket, the receivers is catching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Touchdown.
Right. Then if you block and the receivers don't catch, it don't make no difference. Like, damn, we gave y'all 6 seconds for her to throw the ball, and y'all still ain't catch that shit. You're wide open. So just understanding that, or whether you take the car example or a team, everybody has a job, and I think that's so important.
You want to be on the team.
You have to.
If you don't want to be on the team,
you pay to play.
Yeah, you out here messing up.
Right, please, if you don't want to play.
How does it suck to have somebody come on the team and their energy doesn't match everybody else's? They can bring down the morale so quick. Next thing you know, everything is falling apart. So the buy-in is important. And that's one of the things I kind of admire about the younger folks. I think I'm still young, but the younger folks.
We are young, girl. They getting old.
I'm like.
We are wiser.
Yes,
older.
But they want to do jobs that speak to who they are as an individual. Mm-hmm. They really care about the purpose. If there's am I gonna feel good with this work that I'm doing?
You should.
I'm actually helping somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not just here because I need to make money and, you know, I've been made to go to school my whole life, and so here I am.
Because that plan I don't think gonna work.
Not
The
for
40-year plan, because from my understanding, it won't even be like the Social Security type vibe
Right.
before, like it used to be. And the way
Yeah,
jobs
all
hire and let go, I think it's not the era of the entrepreneur. Because I don't think everybody should be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna be honest.
No.
I think everybody can be, but I don't know if everybody
Some
is.
people are meant to be workers.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that because entrepreneurs need people
Work
to
for
work.
them.
I didn't mean to say it like that.
Damn.
Is that?
There you go again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like. But am I lying? Every job is an entrepreneur that is hiring. Is that wrong? That's like my friend earlier was like, "Wait, you said what?" I was like, "Yeah, I said." Is that wrong? Shit, you don't want to be direct. I used to have mentors that used to say this. She used to say, "Well, who else supposed to get my dry cleaner?"
Damn. Come on, ma'am. You can wash those yourself.
No, I can't. I don't want to fold this shit.
First world problem. You're like, I can't even fly to Vegas this weekend. Yeah. First world problem. Sit your ass down somewhere you don't need to be going anywhere.
No, but not even. So you could also be an entrepreneur and not be a pioneer too, because I think pioneership
Okay.
is totally different from entrepreneurship. Like, it's some people may.
He was a pioneer.
A pioneer is a person that started, but you can be an innovator,
Like the first of.
right. Or not even the first of the industry either. It could be, let's say.
Did the pioneers have to put as much work in as the entrepreneurs?
I
Like
mean,
they like create an idea and then they leave.
Well, it just depends. It depends. You know, you could say, let's say you use Ford, the original guy Ford, Henry Ford. Who created the first automobile? Yeah, he created it, but he didn't do most of the. Well, I guess he did because, but a pioneer is the one that starts it, but an innovator comes in and just does it differently, and maybe even better. Like Apple isn't the first phone, but they perfected it. He's an innovator. He's not a pioneer, I guess.
Right.
Or a pioneer would be, or let's say that you pioneer and I.
Per Google. Someone who is referred to as a pioneer in a particular area of activity is one of the first people to be involved in it and develop it. Someone who pioneers.
Or an OG, that's like in the,
Right, or a process is one of the first people to do it. So it doesn't necessarily mean they made any money off of it.
No! So even though it's not like a business, if you're looking at it as an example,
Yeah.
you can still attach yourself to make it better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, or let's say, like, think of it like KinderCare. You know, I'm studying them because I just think they have a monopoly going on.
They do.
I don't.
How could they not?
Not that I don't like them, but I'm like, hey, I might have to get in this space here, sir, ma'am, whoever you are. There's so many.
Everywhere.
There's like 3 in
Did
every.
you open your own KinderCare?
I would not use KinderCare. I'm too prideful. I want to start my own KinderCare, but for me, frowns and smiles. It's a big.
Not enough you.
Huh?
It's not enough you.
No, I gotta duplicate me, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, several times over and over, like the exact
I'm already overwhelmed thinking about those children that need rearing.
Yeah, and I don't even think I would. I'm not saying I don't want to be that big, but they have. When I did research, they have a daycare every 5 miles. It seems like you got KinderCare Briar Creek, KinderCare Raleigh North, KinderCare Raleigh, KinderCare Durham. I was looking like, God damn, and it's all up the East Coast. It's not like it's just North Carolina, is it? I don't think it's just North Carolina.
Oh.
Anyway, even if it is, I do think it's a space. I forgot why I even brought them up. Let's use it as an example, like a KinderCare, you know, and then also 39 states.
Wait, third largest privately held company.
Headquartered in Oregon. 39
states.
states in the District of Columbia.
200,000
Children are enrolled.
in more than 1,250 early childhood education community centers, over 600 before and after and
care.
100 employer sponsored.
Damn.
Girl,
That just made my toes curl. You know how...
I mean, well, look, kids ain't going nowhere.
No, and it's still kids. Even though you have kinder care, I have been able to be in business for all the years I've been in business.
Right.
And it's not enough, and everybody can afford their rates. And also, I don't think they have a bad reputation. I've heard some stuff, but I just think if you have that many schools, you're gonna have stuff.
You're gonna have problems.
You're gonna have problems sometimes.
Yeah,
so
somebody gonna go.
Somebody not gonna be as efficient as the other.
Especially the headquarters in Oregon. How you gonna be paying attention to what's over here? What's the plan? Do they have? What if they have like kinder care inspectors that go?
They better with all of them. They gotta have anyway. So let's say you wanted to be first to start that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even franchising, you're still pioneering it in your area.
Yeah.
But the pioneer is whoever originated it.
Right.
And then you got all these people who are trailblazing, right? That's just expanding it. So anyway, everyone got a place to fit in. I'll never forget, one of my good friends said to me years ago, you know what you can always do? You can always just charge a finder's fee. And I used to do that. I would connect people and just be like, let's say if you charged $100, I might tell them $115 or $120 or, you know, not if I knew them, but my ex was mad one time when we wasn't on a good term, so I still added my finder's fee. He's like, wait, was it supposed to be $250 or $225? Don't worry about it. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Have a great day, sir.
Shoot.
Anyway, the point of this topic, if you didn't realize, the topic of the day is collaboration.
Collaboration equals coin.
Collaboration equals coin, y'all. And I really, really want us to get better at that. I really want to take the ideas, and I really think all the stuff we were talking about earlier, the people I've had connections with, remind me of the quote, to not be a crab in the barrel. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that comes from. That's the only reason why you wouldn't want to tell your other sister, even if it's, you know, I get if you don't tell an enemy, but how many enemies do we really have? You know what I'm saying? And so if someone who really don't know, you are pouring into that person's pocket that has blessed you, and then you really do get out what you put in. And if you're not thinking about, okay, you know, I helped this person or whatever, it's gonna come either way. Like, I never worry about.
But it comes whenever that's how you are. But if you're not that type of person,
Yeah, you're not gonna get it. It has to be. It's energy, y'all.
yeah, because if you're just out taking, you know,
Oh no, you can't be a taker. You gotta be reciprocal. You gotta be able to play ball.
And be a cheerful giver.
Not saying that I'm trying to recruit you to play ball, but
we
are recruiting. I am limping now. No, I'm just kidding. Gang. No, but seriously, you gotta know how to play ball. You gotta be able to give, you know, and also receive. Because I think that's another topic. And we won't go too much in that. Because number one, I have been that person where you give, and be like, oh no, it's okay. You don't gotta do it.
Let the people give you your flowers.
Yes! No, give me more than just flowers. So let me stop. I'm just kidding.
Coins plus
Coins, or not just even coins. It's just like, let people, like when I got injured, that was tough. It broke me down because I had to get help. There was no way I was doing anything without help. So I think as much as like it was such a pride, I'm still recovering. Like right now, I can feel my knee a little tender. You know, it's just a process. But the blessing was I had to go into a state of asking. And then I got to see who would show up. And then, look, I'm getting emotional. You know I'm PMS in Jesus. And then, you know, you really get to see your people show up. And it's a good feeling because you always showing up for everybody. It's good to see who's going to show up for you. And because you deserve it. And sometimes I used to think maybe I didn't think I deserved to get the help. You know, like you always want to be, even kind of like when I walk up here sometimes, I got all of it. I don't say, hey, can you hold this for me? It's a bad habit. But I didn't realize it till just now when I was just walking up, like, I got all these bags. I didn't even think like, hey, you think you can help? That's probably why I don't have my pocketbook.
I mean, because I would have helped you.
You would have.
Nobody. Did you have that much stuff? I didn't ask you.
No doubt.
But you left everything.
You would have never known what I needed, right? And then you even offered. Remember, you was like, "You're good." I was like, "No, just leave it in there." No, don't let me encourage me to hydrate. Absolutely not. I just got on my own nerve. But yeah, anyway, it's a work in process. But when I got hurt, that made me. I had to get help. Like I had to get help taking a shower.
Girl.
That's
why I can't play no more.
Girl, I was like, oh my God, you didn't see like, are you kidding me?
Girl,
I can't do this.
I think about all of that. Look, I haven't thought about all of that. That's why I was like, I gotta get out.
Oh, let me not say nothing else so you can come back. Let me stop. Oh, also we want to add to our. She said I saw that. She said I'm not coming back. I want to also add to our Starbucks collection pumpkin spice chai latte. Is that it?
Iced pumpkin spice chai.
Iced pumpkin spice chai. Jamie just tried it today. I had a little sip. You see where it's at?
Make it up here.
No,
it was
I still got a little
here.
swallow here.
But they got pumpkin cold foam.
Cold foam on top. My neighbor introduced me to cold foam. It's actually delicious. She got cold
to make
after.
my own. It's not quite the same.
No, it's never the same. But she knew how to make it because she used to work there.
But you have to use like whole milk or like skim milk. I don't know. There's like
I don't know what kind of cold foam she used on mine, but I know it was delicious. But she used to work at Starbucks, so she knew how to make
exactly what to make.
Yeah, she know what to get. All
I
that
just
stuff.
wanted a little foam maker they got, and they hold that thing.
I actually have it, but it never foams for me. You talking about the thing? It looks like a little wire in the end.
Yeah, so
that's
what that thing
frother.
Right, that thing sucks.
Mine suck, but theirs don't.
They don't have that.
They don't have a frosty.
It's a handheld thing that has like a cup on top, and they pour it in there, and then they just hit the button, and it be spinning and frothing, and they just pour it on your drink.
Oh yeah, I don't have that. I just have the hand one. That you
think
put
it's
the
a
milk
house
in,
that
and then you pour it in. Yeah, their stuff is. I'm in the days. Their stuff is just
I
amazing.
wonder how many calories is in there.
Don't say that.
Well, you got
I was
light
doing
whips.
so good. I was doing so good today. I didn't eat for 2 days. I lost like 6 pounds. Hallelujah! Don't make that face.
That's kind of a plus.
Shit, I'm happy. Shoot, I need to get sick more often. Let me stop.
No,
not that way.
Don't be calling them.
Nah, I definitely don't want to get sick. Rebuke that. Cancel. You know, I learned that from Brian Dodge. If you've never heard of Brian Dodge, just take a chance and look. He's just a motivational speaker we had. And he used to be like, if you have a bad thought or a negative thought, you go catch it, you go cancel. And I really think it worked. I've been doing it for years. So as soon as you say something like, wait a minute, cancel. Sorry, universe, cancel. Anyway, wrapping up for our holistic dog, this was my thoughts today. Please, y'all. I think one thing that would help, because I was shopping, maybe it's just me, but y'all tell me if it's just me. But I literally was shopping, getting food, and I was like, oh, let me get this, this is healthy, this. But I was thinking in my mind that I was getting this for a diet. And it's not. Like, when we think diet food, it's actually the food we should be eating. And I really pray that we remember that there was a time, not even long ago, especially Black and brown people, we have the highest in blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease, y'all. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the stats are for cancer, so I won't even say them. But I know heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure is in our community. Mm-hmm. But we have to remember, there was like this funny reel on their page. They eating all this healthy fruit, cooking stuff, vegetables. And then one lady had a video with some spaghetti noodles, and they was like, oh shoot, the colonizers about to mess them up. They about to be fat because it ain't one obese person in the trap, not one. Not saying they didn't look malnutrition, they just looked healthy. They just looked.
Did they eat the spaghetti?
She was eating the spaghetti, but I think it was a joke. Oh. I think they have access to modern processed
Where
food.
were they from?
It's a country in Africa. I'll find it and I'll put the information somewhere. But they have a page on Facebook called Damn It, I will put it in the notes.
Nah.
But I can't remember the name. But it's going to come to me. Anyway, so nobody looked malnutrition. They just didn't look polished. That's the word.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they weren't skin popping.
no, like, but you see the girls, some of the girls got the braids just like they needed to get them done over type vibe. But they over here cooking from scratch, making the maize, all this stuff in the big pots. They ain't got a stove. They're using wood. All of the traditional old school ways, right? But you see some people got on jeans, so I'm like, they got access. They just choose some. I think they choose this, but I don't know that if they are choosing. But my point is that even our body, so like here in America, if you do the stats, it's actually sad. Like, it makes me emotionally sad. Yeah, it's just like health-wise, we eat horrible here.
Oh yeah.
You know, very bad. And I think instead of looking at like, oh, this person eats this way, she's on a diet, or they're on a, no, we're not on diets. We need to revert to seeing that, no, this is the way you're supposed to be eating versus all this processed food. And I talked about this on one show before this, but I really do think it also is affecting our kids.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Have you ever given James melatonin?
No.
I'm going to get hate mail for this. I know I am.
What?
I don't know, the last 4 or 5 years, I know so many parents that give their kids melatonin and go to sleep. I've been doing childcare for over a decade, and every day between the hours of 12 and 2:30, 3 o'clock, it's more than 8 kids going to sleep, or at 8 kids minimum going to sleep at the same time every day. Never giving them melatonin. Even my kids, I never gave them melatonin. And I know it's supposed to be natural, but I really don't think you should give that to kids.
You want my opinion?
Yes.
I think these parents are lazy.
Yes! I'm glad you said it, not
These
me!
parents do not want to have structure in their kids' lives. They want these motherfuckers to be up running around and being crazy and
giving
shit.
them the damn
And-
tablet
and
all day.
And let them be up to 10 o'clock at night, and then you think they're supposed to immediately go to sleep and then immediately get up, and y'all not be late and you're late. And I mean, we are raising monsters, which is why I said that's why when it comes to dating, I am very, very leery about dating people with small kids, because I don't have time. Because if you don't nourish the children and nourish their minds and nourish their bodies, they're going to be fools.
Yeah. And kids thrive with schedules
Structure.
and structure,
Oh my God.
because when you have a kid,
So James went to bed at like 7:30
me too,
until
8
until high school.
Me too. Listen, so my shout out to Lucy again. Lucy gave, so the group we was
wasn't
in was
playing.
Young Lives, so we were all teen moms. So she gave us this list of how many hours your children need sleep.
They need like 12 hours
Yes.
of sleep.
12. So when I remember the boys were like 3 or 4, and I always had them on schedule. But then I remember they started going to school, and I would communicate with my kids and show them, look, the chart say you need 12 hours. So what time do you think you should go to sleep?
Right.
And they'll say, oh, 7:30. Okay. At least start going the process at 7:30, and then at least the worst case they sleep by 9.
Right.
Because they gotta eat. You gotta bathe them. What happens when you do that? When you wash your body, you feel refreshed.
Yes.
You eat or if you eat first, whichever one you prefer, you eat first. Then you take that nice bath, throw that lavender in there in that bath, honey. Your body getting that, it was a warm bath, so now you're feeling your muscles is all soothed out. 8:30, you let them sit in the bed, read them a book if you want. If you don't,
Ain't nobody read no books no more. Ain't nobody reading no books.
please read these kids' books.
They don't even know what a book is. They get a book and they got the thing all upside down and turned the wrong way.
See, I
Children don't
make
even
my
know what to
kids
do.
read. Not make them, but I encourage it.
They need to be made.
Huh?
They need to be
Yeah,
made.
but one of the ways to do it is if you sit in the living room. So sometimes, I don't do it every day, but definitely Thursdays for sure. I turn the TV off, not all day, because sometimes I need the help. Which I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I keep them focused, but not all day.
Right.
What are they watching? They should not be watching
regular TV.
Right. Sheriff Labrador, Gracie Corner.
Right, all that.
Yeah, I just found a new chick. Her name, Miss. I forgot her name. She a black girl. She really cool.
Okay.
Really cute girl.
I used to like Sid the Science Kid.
I love Sid the Science Kid. And I love Blue's Clues.
Yes, classic.
Blue's
Till
Clues.
he got creepy.
And he's back on TikTok now.
Doing what?
Steve, he basically the same thing except for he's not Blue's Clues Steve. He's just Steve, and he goes, "Hey, I want to hear from y'all. How are you doing?"
Is he creepy?
He's like, you know how he used to talk on Blue's Clues and wait for the pause and you got time to answer? He still does that on TikTok. Millions of people. He just
Really?
yes, they still come to Steve, and some people even wrote like, "Where have you been?" and all this stuff. He apologized for being gone. He even apologized like, "Oh, I've been gone too long from you guys," and yeah, he on TikTok. He on TikTok. I even started following him because it really does feel good. He just got that feeling. Yeah, there you go. He
Why is that him?
yeah, that's him.
Why does
You
he
know-
look like that?
That's how he looked. He just got no hair now. Yeah, play it.
Girl, I don't know if I trust this Steve.
How are you? You know, it's exactly what he used to do.
I don't know why I don't have no sound.
Maybe y'all don't do that disturb where it's on your AirPod.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. Well, that's too much. Okay, we're gonna have to try them later.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't believe in giving them melatonin. I think it's unnecessary. I think we shouldn't do it because and that's something
But
new.
you might as well let him smoke weed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's how quick you can go from blowing weed in the baby face to giving them melatonin. I mean, we're not far.
And I'm not comparing myself to parents, right? But I know as a single mom raising a child,
I got no
structure-
fun.
no,
Right. And I had
as-
James early too, so I get it.
right.
There was no fun.
The fun come
I
down.
had to make sure that the child had his structure.
Right.
That's what everything revolved around. And then therefore that made me have structure.
And you would get more of freedom when you get them to sleep.
Girl.
If they sleep at 8:30.
I got all night to party.
I got all night. I'm not leaving the house, but I got all night. You know, and that's the sacrifice
My mom
you
was
make.
home.
Yeah, your mom. Yeah, if my mom was around, I would definitely.
I was
like,
out.
Right. You know, you had that help. I did too back home until I came here. But
Come
like,
home, eyes bleeding in the morning.
but
I'ma
you
get
do
on
your
tape,
work,
girl.
right? You
Got
still
up and took
do
that child to school.
your job is the reality is your child's.
Don't have them if you don't want to stop your fun
And
life.
but also though, you can't let the kids get in control of you, and they will because you're not. You got to think: is this decision I'm making with him or her? How is this going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? How is this going to make this boy become a man later? You know,
or is he gonna go shoot up the school?
Right.
He's upset. And somebody hurt his feelings.
because you couldn't take the damn tablet from him and give him that structure.
You know, I forget which child it was that killed all those children somewhere. I think it was a Texas boy.
It was. I think. Wait, I don't know.
That said that the mom said that she wasn't allowed to go in his room in your own house.
Right. You pay the bills. I don't even give
Honey,
you nothing.
There wouldn't even be a door on the room.
Yeah, if I couldn't come in. And
I
I do be knocking. I do be knocking, but when they were younger, I didn't.
Girl, I still walk up in the room.
Yeah, I'd be like, 'cause I don't want to see nothing crazy if they, you know, they.
You hear me coming? Look.
I'm coming in.
Right.
And it's not to pry for your children, but it's to protect them because they have more access today than they did back in the
Absolutely.
day. You can go online and find anything now. They have too much access to so many harmful things. So
Let me ask you
you
this.
got to be on point with that.
What was your take on social media and your kids?
Sorry. Guess I want to check the trash.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
It was her face.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I promise.
You know, I should knock door.
No, it's okay. We didn't hear it. I
got
didn't
a
hear
thing back there on there too. I need to use
Sorry
that.
about
No,
that.
you're fine. It wasn't like you're.
Okay.
I just saw the door open. I got so scared. I'm glad this got recorded. Oh my God.
What's your name?
Wilson.
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 Nice to meet you, Wilson.
Shout out to Wilson.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I didn't mean to scream.
I never saw you before. I don't remember. Oh yeah?
I was here last time when he was here. When you came in before.
Oh, I think, I remember.
I remember that.
Yeah, you know, I'm ward here. You
Yeah,
know.
we know. I just saw the door open in her face.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. You're great.
Okay.
You're great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I am not editing this.
You talking about? I'm like, bitch. Stop. Wait. I'm like, it's gotta be the cleaning man. But he's scared. I know. I'll tell you why, because the door was creeping open. I was like, what the fuck?
It was your face. I was about to be like, I was about to start fighting. You know I'm from New Jersey. You know I'm from Jersey. I was ready to fight. Oh my God. Whew.
We gotta fix the tables and shit is all destroyed. Watch your finger.
Okay. Okay, well, we about to wrap up anyway, but
Thank you, Wilson, for the interruption.
thank you, Wilson. We needed that laugh, man. But anyway, for real, y'all, get your kids.
Get your kids.
Get your kids.
Care about your baby. It's not just about what they think they want.
Yeah,
It's about
and
raising decent human beings.
later, think about adulthood. Think about, is this going to
You
make...
want them to be a Trump?
Oh, shots fired. Now, going back real quick, 2 seconds, y'all, about Trump. And I hope y'all voted. And whether you like Trump or Kamala, I saw some crazy stuff online, y'all. Please, it's not that serious. Yes, you can look at the person sideways and go, okay, they crazy. If you feel that way, but yeah,
We have to treat each other
with respect.
with respect.
Yes, and that comes
regardless of who wins.
right.
God wins.
Yeah.
Over all of that.
Please don't go crazy. Sometimes I'm scared if the man do lose, because that's where you see normally the craziness on that end.
Well, you know they're getting ready to they're having like a January 6th redo. I've heard.
I know they had some rally recently, and
But they said they're gonna redo
yesterday it was a
January
rally.
6th.
Oh, you talking about when they went to the Capitol?
Mhm.
Lord, I wouldn't be surprised. But I literally saw yesterday some rally this morning or last night, and it was so tasteless.
My thing is, why would he come in here when you hear all this talking?
Yeah,
Miguel.
that scared me. His name is not Miguel. He said it was something else.
Wilson.
Wilson. Girl, I was about to kick this foot up. I was about to kick. I had a whole plant in my head. Kick the plant into him. Crawl
you
under,
see the
grab
light?
this. I was looking this like, I'm gonna
Did
take
you
this and
see the
smash him in the head.
You hear talking, and then you thought you was gonna creep in slowly.
And just grab the. I don't know what he thought, but he scared me. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. You're
I just
fine.
had a moment. I needed to
You,
address
no,
that.
like that makes. I didn't get it. That's why I screamed so loud. They probably like, what is happening over there?
Next time, see, I had a little thing, a little hanger meeting in progress.
Is that wasn't out there?
No,
Oh,
because ain't
okay.
nobody supposed to be here.
Oh, okay. Well.
I want to be here.
I wanna be here for love. Well, anyway, that's all of our show for tonight. Wrapping it up. I hope y'all don't take offense. This is your aunties talking to you about the melatonin in the schedule.
Yeah, we don't mean it to be.
We don't mean it to be
Just
harmful.
Save the babies, man.
New research is showing that melatonin overdose is up by 530% amongst children. And that is a very alarming number. I am in so many mom groups and I hear people asking about melatonin all the time. But if your child is struggling with sleep, I would certainly start by looking at their diet. If your child is exposed to food additives like red dye 40, other sort of colorings, flavors, that would be the first thing that I would cut out. Those foods are notoriously known for causing insomnia, night terrors, and just difficulty with sleep quality in general.
Right.
These
But
are the children that's going to be looking after us and voting for what's gonna happen with our social securities, and you know what I'm saying.
This is our
and
future.
putting you in a rest home.
A rest home. And seriously, and it really helps you. It helps you to have the structure so you can get the sleep and the me time that you need. But
Right.
we're gonna get out of here.
Where do we find you, Zakira?
You can find me everywhere. You can follow this page on Z Truth. If you want to follow me, it's my name, ZYYKIRRAH. It's long, but if you put ZYY, it usually pops up. But Z Truth is on.
That's important.
Right, the 2 Y's will get it. Okay, if you put 1 Y, a lot of other stuff gonna come up. But you need the 2 Y's. That's actually my name. But anyway, but Z Truth is on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you want to just listen, you can chime in on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify, and all the other little, I don't know what else.
Google
Podcasts, Amazon Music. So however you listen to it, you can either write. The easiest way to find it is actually to put the ZYY. Put my name or Z Truth. It may come up. When I type Z Truth, it doesn't come up. But when I type my name, Z Truth come up. But
It probably needs some time for the algorithm.
to kind of like help us to make it relevant, y'all.
Cute little pink background.
Yes.
We got the black and white, blonde and
Black and blonde?
Black and
My
blonde.
hair. Oh yeah, black and blonde.
Because it's kind of
Cruella-ish.
Cruella looking up.
Yes, the girl. Shout out to Snow. Snow on Facebook. She named me Cruella da Zai.
Okay.
That's what she named me. I said I'll take it. I said it like the young girls heard. And also, don't forget to tell them where to follow you.
Please follow me at Join Jamie. It's my new thing. On
Instagram.
On Instagram, follow the Slueth Podcast on Instagram. Blackman Detective Services on everywhere else. We are here to help you when you really need to know.
The truth. The truth. Every single Sunday at 12 p.m. Also, quick shout out to Tune Spa. They do still have those awesome deals.
$41 now.
$41. It only went up $6.
It was amazing.
I went after you, girl. Who did you have? A girl or a guy?
I don't know that man. He tried to break my back, but it was great.
It probably was a young one. The young one too rough.
No, it was the old one.
The
He
old
was
ones
doing
are
my
good.
foot like that.
If you put
my foot
on,
like that, Zakira.
I
said, woo.
I went with Lisa. Lisa did mine. This is the first time I had a girl, and I got 2 adjustments that week, and then my back still, even right now, it still hurt a little bit, but it's no pain. It just feels like I need adjusting, whatever. But she did whatever she did, and she was. It just so happened that's my mom's name too. But
what's her name?
Lisa.
Lisa.
And I put number 5 or 4. But that young guy with the real low cut, he a little rough. Yeah. But anyway, check them out. They're in Raleigh, North Raleigh, right at Litchford Village, right next to Food Lion. So check them out. $41 for a full hour. I mean, you can't beat that. But definitely join us. Watch the podcast. 12 o'clock.
Naked in there though.
Yeah, you're the third person to ask me that. They only do clothes.
I'm telling, cause that stuff be rubbing on my skin. Be rough. My little neck.
So I wear really thin dress or pants set, but it'd be thin when I go.
Yeah.
And that the first time I didn't have that on. So if someone doesn't know how it works,
Oh, jeez.
I'm about to say, if no one knows, then they go with jeans. They're gonna be disappointed. Don't go there with jeans, y'all. Do not go there with jeans. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Until next time, be transparent, keep it real, don't be biased, and find thought-provoking things and lead you to holistic. I just tried to just make something.
Girl, that shit was fire!
See y'all next week. Bye. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Z Truth Podcast. We hope today's episode gave you value and something new to think about. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and join the conversation by following us on all platforms. Sharing is caring, so do us a favor and share it with someone who needs to hear the truth.